say about the water. Now today we're gonna see about how much water in the land and how we are polluting the water. Now let us get into the video. The earth is covered with only 71% of water. So this is why earth is called a blue planet. They all have the phases called gas, liquid and solid. It never disappears as it goes. Now our wonderful water world, a solar water world. A water shortage with a plant covered with water. It's perfect solar power, recycling the place constantly. How can that claim the water and resource the crisis? See, here is called the water cycle. In the lakes and all, it will be over here. As the sun gets it, the evaporation will go over here. The water will do means it will chill down. This process is called the condensation, and it goes to the condensation and to the precipitation, again to the lakes and again to the oceans, and this process is called the condensation or the water cycle. Now see, the ocean water is 97.2%, then the polar ice is 2.15%. That means 97.2 plus 21.5 is equals 99.35%. 65% only we are using the water to use. See how much it's very low. Then the problem with the water. Some areas have much water, others less than necessary. Even when it is present, the water is often that makes the unconsummable for specific uses. Examples: salty or polluted or full of sediment. Here are the types of problems. 3 problems, or that can be more, like and it's very dirty like that. It's for the main reasons are salty, the oceans it will be very salty. Then polluted, we are always polluting the plastics in the water, no? So that is the polluted. Then the sediment, that means the lake or the river will be very dusty and it's not drinkable. We cannot also filter it like that. Instead is the problem with the water. See how this is called a sediment problem. And see, here is where the 100th meridian, traditionally dividing the line on the area west. See, in 1961 to 1990s, it's looking like this. Water laws, east versus west. In the 100th meridian in the US, it's about the abundant. The governing the allocation in the same is in the Europe, the Rippian doctrine. West of the 100th meridian, water is governed by entirely different of the osmosis priori use doctrine or the application doctrine. The background. They have been embellished the Spanish water law, the fair division of available water. This while the water rights and individuals were to be protected, those are being individual. English water is relatively simple by formed where water is abundant and conflict over its use are rare. The navigable waters of England belonged to the crown and were available to the public for the purposes of navigation and fishing. Rights of the waters are held those owned by the banks of streams. This is the background of this water. The Rippian doctrine in the Europe. It is on rights often arise to ownership of a real property underlying or the boundary in the river. The Rippian right is no right to divert a specific quantity of water is obtained. That is called the Rippian doctrine. These infusions flow to maintain domestic and non-domestic uses. Domestic uses have priority. The Rippian quartet content. uses are entirely to the reasonable use. So other riparians are not unreasonably harmed. These landowners does not own the water but sell their rather right to the riparian land. Based on English common law is adjusted in the courts. The Aporytian Pirate is the doctrine. The stream has a first rightly used the water and the application of the water to beneficial and uses basis of the measure and virtually all the western states. Water waste in the West, most of us in the agriculture. It's a stream considered of waste and water rights is an illegal guarantee of the land. See, blue states are the riparian doctrine. That means here are the riparian doctrine, and green are the rectal riparian. These greens are the rectal riparian, and these reds are the states that generally mirror the operation doctrine, and grey or the mixed approaches over here and here and here. The beneficial has two components: the nature or purpose and the efficient of the non-waste of the water. Keeping the stream is considered as wasteful. The issues of amorous fish. Water and wildlife. In the Salmon in the Pacific Northwest, in the Columbia River Basin, development the mode on the Tennessee River system. The entire river system is controlled by the hydrochloric power, then the reaction in the upstream. Now thank you guys. Today we have seen the defining beneficial and the loss of it and the problems with the water, then the water cycle. Now thank you guys. Let's see you in the next video. Bye bye.